What's going on, Coldwater Nation? It's Jeff, and welcome back to the 2024 EmpireColdwater fly tying series. Today, I will be showing you how to tie the Estaz Egg. This pattern is simple but deadly during spawning seasons in water systems that have salmon, steelhead, or large trout. Usually fished under a float, this pattern is also effective on tight line setups, even on long distance casts, thanks to the heavy bead head that quickly sinks this pattern into the strike zone. Without further ado, let's get to tying the Estaz Egg.
Yeah. There he goes.
Oh my god, look at that! Look at that toe!
The squirmy worm is an effective and very deadly fly.
What's up, guys? My name's Brian,
And I'm Jeff.
and you're watching EmpireColdwater. Let's rip some lips.
This video is brought to you in part by Upstate Excursions and by Black Dog Outdoor Sports. We start by getting a 5 32nd-inch orange tungsten bead head on a size 12 octopus hook and getting that settled into the vise. Next, I will take my bobbin that I have threaded with 8/0 orange thread and start my thread wraps directly behind the bead. Take even thread wraps up the shank of the hook until your thread wraps are in line with the barb of the hook. Next, I will take my dubbing spinner and create a dubbing loop. To create a dubbing loop with my dubbing spinner, I get my thread wrapped through my dubbing spinner and then take wraps on the shank of the hook to lock in the dubbing loop. Then I will take thread wraps down the shank of the hook and leave my thread just behind the bead head. I will then take a generous amount of orange ice dubbing and place that in my dubbing loop. Then I will carefully wind my dubbing loop to create a tight orange dubbing noodle. I prefer this method of creating a dubbing noodle for this pattern because the ice dubbing gets tied in nice and tight, so large toothy fish like salmon will have a harder time shredding the fly. Then I will take my large hackle pliers and begin wrapping my dubbing noodle up to the bead head. Once I am at the bead head, I will take a few tight wraps with my orange thread before snipping off the end of the dubbing loop. Then I will make a double whip finish with my whip finishing tool before applying a liberal amount of head cement to make the fly as durable as possible. And that's it. Like I said, this fly is super simple to tie and you can catch a ton of fish, especially during spawning runs of large trout and salmon.
We hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like what you saw today, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more.
Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
Until then, tight lines, everybody.